And I see everybody bringing up these. So let me just put it like this, guys. Okay. The only reason I went to that island, I swear to God, was because I'm just kidding. You're not gonna find my name in there. No, but just because someone is mentioned in the files doesn't immediately mean they did anything bad. And I know that sounds silly, because half the people are gonna be like, that's a weird thing to say, Tim, what do you mean? And other half are gonna be like, well, duh. If someone sent an email being like, I'm a big fan of Anthony Bourdain, doesn't mean he went to the island. That's my point. There are a lot of people that are just like, I found someone's name in the files. Right, what's the context around this? By all means, all these millionaires and billionaires roasting each other because they're all trying to go party with Epstein, fair game. The people who are like, I'd like to get on the phone. As much as I can say Brian Johnson did the best, he's still trying to make contact with a guy who was convicted of underage, you get the point, convicted. And after they're like, he's still rich and worth talking to. The question people have with the names in these files is that, bro, dude got convicted. Everybody knew what was going on. You did too, and y'all were still trying to meet the guy? I got questions. I got questions. Now, that being said, just because your name is mentioned somewhere in these files doesn't mean you were mentioned in the context of being friends with the guy. In fact, I'm sure there's instances where people are mentioned where they're like, I hate that scumbag, or something to that effect. But it is true. Elon was emailing looking for parties. But then again, Elon's also championed the release of these files. And I'll tell you why. Because Elon didn't do anything wrong. He knows he didn't do anything wrong. And he knows his best course of action is to just have these published so he can say, by all means, Elon can say to everybody, rag on me for wanting to go party with the guy, but I never did any of that stuff, and you're not going to find anything in there, and this is the best thing I can do. Honesty is the best policy. Elon, if there was evidence that Elon was doing any of that Epstein stuff, then he'd be like, no, well, you can't release it, like a lot of these other guys were. And the funny thing is, how many of these ultra-wealthy dudes kept lying because they did not believe the files would get released? Sucks to be you, I guess. Me? Who am I? I ain't nobody's gonna go fly to no islands like that, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wrap it up there, my friends. Is Epstein alive? I gotta be honest, I think after all this, despite the fact we can't corroborate the connection between the 4chan post, I think the fact the FBI was desperately trying to figure out who posted this in advance shows somebody had foreknowledge of this. And if they did, hoax it may be, someone really
Poor guy, dude, he's trying.
But it could actually be increasing the probabilities that Epstein's alive. Smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, my friend. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you this morning. We're back, of course, throughout the day with many more segments. Don't miss Timcast IRL. You can see I'm clearly not at home. And but we got guest celebrities hosting. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all. See you on the next segment.
Bro, he tried.